Welcome back. It's time for phrase 2 of our assessment choreography for single rapier. This is the longest of the 3 phrases, the most complex, but also the most fun. So let's jump right in. When last we left our intrepid heroes, we were standing center stage, having just done a belly cut, which our partner evaded. We are left foot forward, and we're going to stay there, ready to begin. When our partner is ready, we are going to weight shift back and prep a thrust attack to our partner's front left hip. We extend the blade before moving our body. Our partner passes back, we pass forward with them, and we are parried. Our partner does a direct riposte to our rear hip. We weight shift back, supinate our wrist, parry 7, and immediately do an indirect riposte with our supinated wrist towards our partner's front right hip. Our partner passes back, does a full counter parry 2, and then does another direct riposte now towards our right rear hip. We weight shift back, pronate our wrist, parry 2. Parry 2 right here. And now we go into the punto reverso. So we supinate our wrist one more time and reach around to punto low. Our partner parries and is now going to do a punto high towards our right shoulder. Now this is where it gets a little tricky. What we're going to do is bring our rear foot up to meet our right foot and bring them together as we turn over our right shoulder to look at our partner. We're now going to step back with our right foot, passing back and doing what is known as a reinforced parry, 3, right here. So we are ending this position facing directly stage right at a 90-degree angle, parallel to the front of the stage, left foot forward, weight shifted back, parry 3 with our left active hand on the blade to reinforce the parry. Now, I want to point out what's going on with our fingers here. Notice that my fingers are staying on one side of the blade. This is called no hospital fingers. This is called hospital fingers. This is called no hospital fingers. Let's only use no hospital fingers and stay out of the emergency room because we got our finger broken from an errant blade. But this is a reinforced parry. Boom, right there. The sword is in the exact same position. The only difference is I'm just putting my left active hand on it to show the audience that I'm putting a little bit more strength and force into this parry because it's a scary, frightening moment. Now let's go back to the top of phrase 2 and look at all of that again. Here I am, left foot forward, weight shifted forward, because I have just cut. Now, when my partner is ready, I'm going to weight shift back and prep a thrust attack to their left front hip. I extend. My partner passes back. I pass forward with them, ending weight shifted forward, and I am parried. My partner does a direct riposte to my left hip. I weight shift back, supinate my wrist, parry indirect riposte towards their front right hip. My partner passes back. I pass with them. I am parried. They do a direct riposte to my rear hip. I pronate my wrist, weight shift back, parry 2, and go into the punto reverso. Around the side, punto low, and now I drop step, bringing my feet together, turning over my right shoulder, and now I pass back with my right foot, and reinforce parry 3. Boom, right there. Now, I am going to do a bind through, reaching my blade forward to cut my partner's hip. My partner passes back, and I pull my blade through. Now this is the fun part. We're going to do a series of front of body and false edge cuts. I'm going to start by weight shifting back to do a fishing line cut. I am going to go hip, 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 shoulder, hip. Here we go. I cut to their right hip. Keep going. Front of body cut to the opposite hip. Front of body cut to the opposite hip again. Now false edge cut to their shoulder and true edge cut to hip. Right there. Let me show you that sequence again. From the bind, I have reinforced parry, and I bind through, clear the blade, weight shift back in the fishing line, and front of body cuts, hip, 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 false edge, shoulder, hip. And we end right there, end of that sequence. Let's take it back to the top and watch that whole sequence again. Center stage, looking down stage left, weight shifted forward, left foot forward. When my partner's ready, I weight shift back, prep a thrust attack, extend, passing step, I'm parry, riposte, weight shift, parry, indirect riposte, passing step, parry, direct riposte one more time, parry, punto reverso, low, and drop step, turn, pass back, reinforce parry 3, bind through, expelling the blade, weight shift back, fishing line cut, front of body, hip, 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 false edge, true edge. Now, our partner is going to do a pressure glide as we do a yield parry. Because I cut to their hip, they're going to pressure glide to my left shoulder. I'm going to pass back and yield parry 4 right there. Yield parry 4. Now, my partner is going to pull through into a molinet. I'm going to weight shift with them. And I'm going to do a right cross step and a hanging parry 5. So I pass back, cross step to my right, and bring the blade up, hanging parry 5. Boom, their attack is deflected. Now we're going to end with one final evasion. I'm going to prep a diagonal, high to low, right to left cut. We make eye contact, I prep. They evade that way. I unwind by pulling my rear foot out behind it, passing forward onto it, and cut, ending right foot forward. Now my partner has evaded that way and is going to run behind me, and I don't want them to be behind me with my back turned to them, so I'm immediately going to turn to face my partner as they have evaded my attack. And that is where phrase 2 is going to end. So let's take that again from the yield parry, and then we'll go back to the top of phrase 2 and run it a couple of times. So I have just cut with my true edge on their hip. I pass back and yield parry 4 as they pressure glide. Now they're going to pull through. I am going to pass back, cross step, hanging 5, and eye contact, preparation, evasion, attack, recovery, and turn to face them. Okay, let's take phrase 2 all the way from the top and run it through. Here we go. Slow but smooth. Left foot forward, weight shifted forward, inviting. When my partner's ready, I weight shift back, extend my blade, pass forward, parry, direct riposte. Weight shift, parry, indirect riposte. Passing step, parry, direct riposte. Weight shift, parry, punto reverso. Low. Collect my feet, turn, pass back, reinforce parry 3. Bind through. And weight shift back. And we go. Hip, 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 shoulder, hip. And yield parry, pressure glide. Yield parry 4. Weight shift, pass back, cross step. Hang 5. Eye contact, preparation, evasion, attack, recovery, turn to face my partner. Okay, let's go a little bit faster all together. Phrase 2. Now, I do want to point out, as I do that traveling phrase right here, I'm not adjusting my hips or my feet. So I start right foot forward with my right foot pointed forward, my left foot at an angle. My left foot stays at that angle, and my right foot stays to the front until I end the movement, and then I make a final adjustment to my feet and a tiny, tiny adjustment to my hips. Okay, let's do all of phrase 2 again. Here we go. And weight shift, thrust, parry, parry riposte, parry, parry punto, and collect, pass back, reinforce parry, bind through, and hip, 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 false edge, true edge, yield parry, weight shift, cross step, hanging parry, evasion, attack, recovery, turn. That is phrase 2 of our single rapier assessment. Take your time with this one. It's a little complex. It's going to take a little bit of practice for you to get it down. There's only one video left. That's phrase 3. It's much shorter than this one. So, I'll see you on the other side.